Hello again, this is Heero Uzuki with part 8 of the Battalion Wars Let's Play, the game in which we have firmly established that the Western Frontier war machine only works when I'm the one calling the shots. You saw what happened last time. Herman was left in charge by himself and he got crushed. Sorry Herman, it's just HQ, they didn't want to hand out any heavy tanks for that last op I did, and so I jumped over to the Tundran Territories for a mission in protest. They gave me some heavy tanks and I had at it. You too can protest HQ's unwillingness to hand out much needed hardware by hitting that like and subscribe button as we get into our next mission. Meanwhile, in somewhere else in the plot that we don't know about because we're not actually there, you are not seeing this. You are not seeing any of this. This is all an illusion. But Gorgi, buddy, could you have picked a more gloomy place to go?
Welcome, Tsar Gorgi. Something to quench your thirst?
That drink looks super suspicious.
My son is blind to the threat posed by the Western Frontier.
Am I to take it that you wish to proceed with our arrangement?
Yes.
Gorgi, dude, you're talking to a guy who looks like a vampire, who just gave you a drink that looks like blood, and is now talking about agreements and pacts. Are you sure this is the right thing to do? Are you sure this is a smart thing to do? I'm just curious. Because this seems really bad for you.
Thanks to you, Commander, we've stopped the enemy advance in its tracks.
If you want to thank me, give me some gunships.
Now it's time to take out their forward positions and send these no-good grizzlies back home to Mother Tundra.
Okay. What's the game plan here?
We have a bomber squadron standing by, waiting to blow the Tundran army to smithereens.
Air superiority, I like it.
But first, we need to take down the Tundran's radar cover. That's why I'm sending you some artillery units.
Hell from a distance, I can get behind that.
These heavy hitters will knock out the enemy MG towers from a distance. With the MG towers out of the picture, your infantry can move in and capture the Tundran radar stations to clear the way for our bombers to finish the job.
Sounds like a plan.
What are you waiting for, Commander?
For this briefing to be over.
Battalion and get into formation.
All right. Come along, children.
This mission with a squad of
We got
assault
stuff to
vets
do.
under your command. Assault vets are highly effective against light vehicles and aircraft. What are those Tundrans flame vets doing snooping around in our tent?
Probably looking for a cup of sugar. Little do they know, I keep all the sugar in a hidden storage compartment in my tent.
Drop in on us uninvited. Here's that artillery I promised you, Commander.
Neat.
These cannons are highly effective against static and slow-moving targets.
And we'll bring the missile and
But they
bazooka
are
vets
vulnerable
over
to enemy
here.
gunships and short-range anti-armor units. With these babies, we can start shelling the enemy's fortifications from our side of the river. The Tundrans will undoubtedly launch a counterattack, so defend your artillery at all times.
Cowardice. It seems the Western Frontier no longer has the courage to fight man to man.
Honors for jackasses with something to prove.
Marshal note.
My gunship will put an end to their cowardly attack.
Uh-oh! Enemy air unit inbound! Don't let it take out your artillery! We're gonna teach you a lesson.
Steam on wheels heading our way.
approach, Commander. They're less than 5 minutes away. You
Don't
need
worry,
to
I'm
capture
working
those
on it, I'm
radar
working on
stations
it.
now.
Another
rush
of my
me.
gunships is sure to shake the enemy's morale.
Come along, children. He who is last is typically dead, so don't be last. Uh-oh. One of my pieces of artillery is, a little worse for wear. Okay.
Heads up, Commander. Marshal Nova's sending in a 3rd gunship.
I believe it.
What's the intel on any activity in this area?
Get in there and get me some free real estate.
Hustle it up, Commander. The bomber squadron is less than 3 minutes away. You're approaching an enemy capture point, Commander. Do you remember how to take control? Lock on to the capture
No, I
point
must have
and
forgot.
press Y to send your selected infantry units to raise the flag. We got one! 2 more radar stations to go!
Ow. Yeah, that's right. I ate a cannon shell to the face and I'm still alive. You ain't got shit. That hurt.
We're on the clock here, Commander. Less than 2 minutes to go.
We're good, we're good. We wiped them all out. We got this.
Shoot them down!
Ah, shit. We don't got this.
Standing from a base!
Good job, Commander. All 3 radar stations are now offline.
Great.
51st Bomber Squadron is go for launch. Here comes the cavalry, Commander.
If you say so. Let's see it.
Wait a second. That's the Xylvanian crest on those bombers. What the heck is going on?
What indeed?
Greetings from Xylvania, Tsar Gorgi. Kaiser Vlad has chosen to decline your offer of an alliance and make war on both your armies instead.
What? You mean your agreement suddenly ended in betrayal? Who could have seen that coming?
What is she talking about, father?
I don't think we got enough missile vets for this.
In secret, I made a pact with the Xylvanians that would ensure victory for the Tundran Territories.
It's not a
But I
secret
have
now,
been
is it?
betrayed!
Looks like the Xylvanians scored in both end zones before anybody even knew they were in the game.
This is why you don't make pacts with vampires.
Neither of our nations are to survive. We must unite against the common foe. What say you, Brigadier?
You got yourself a deal, Marshal. And call me Betty.
That was quick.
Today, the world reeled in shock as Xylvania launched a devastating attack on both the western frontier and the Tundran Territories. In its aftermath, these two former adversaries put centuries of bitter enmity behind them by forming an alliance of nations.
How
So,
great for
the
us.
Fighting Frontier and the Tundran Bear find themselves fighting side by side in a war which will decide the fate of both their nations.
Yeah, the technique kind of sucked this time around, and only because I forgot about those flame vets. It's a shame we lost all our bazooka vets. But we still scored our S. I can always just redo this later. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and stop here while the stopping's good. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, then consider hitting the like button, the subscribe button, leave me a comment, and hitting that bell to stay updated with more videos from me. With that, this is Heero Uzuki, signing off. Seriously, who didn't see that coming from a mile away? It's a pact with a vampire, he's offering you a drink that looks like blood. There were so many red flags.